when I went up that aisle, I married my man. I also married a sailor, and I got a prince. But my man was the most important thing for me, Piers, because nothing was more important than him.
1994, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, received a letter from Coutts, the exclusive private bank used by the royal family. The letter was blunt. She had 14 days to pay an outstanding balance of £500,000. If she didn't, the bank would take legal action. Fergie didn't have the money. She'd spent it all. The Queen had to step in and bail her out. That was the first time. It wouldn't be the last.
Very few people outside of the royal family have ever experienced that moment. When you look out and there's 1 million people, and you know there's probably 1 billion watching around the world on television. What's that moment like?
This is the story of how Fergie lost millions, embarrassed the royal family repeatedly, and somehow managed to avoid bankruptcy despite decades of financial disasters.
That he has quite obviously conducted himself in a manner unbecoming, yes.
Unbecoming? He was a sex offender.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being polite.
Sarah Ferguson married Prince Andrew in 1986 at Westminster Abbey. She became the Duchess of York. She was 26 years old. She had no idea how to manage money, and nobody taught her. From day one, Fergie spent like she was printing cash in the basement. Staff, holidays, parties, flowers, designer clothes. She ran up massive bills at Harrods and never paid them. She stayed at 5-star hotels in New York and breezed out without settling her accounts. Shop owners didn't complain because of who she was. They assumed someone would eventually pay.
He was saying goodbye too. Do you think he knew what you were going to be immersed in?
He had a much better idea than I did, I think. He was in it all his life, you know, working with the Prince of Wales for 38 years.
By 1994, Fergie and Andrew had already separated. They'd been apart for 2 years, but Fergie's spending hadn't stopped. According to royal historian Andrew Loney's biography, Fergie's debts exceeded £3.7 million by that point. That's nearly $5 million. She owed money to personal shoppers, wine merchants, and credit card companies. 1 month alone, she spent £14,000 at a London wine merchant. She took luxury trips to Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and Poland. When she flew to New York, she reportedly took 1 car to the airport for herself and another car just for her 10 suitcases.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you just met an ordinary guy who wasn't a royal and wasn't famous, and you could have had just a very nice, anonymous life?
You know, Dr. Phil said, Sarah, why don't you go and live in Australia with your sister and go quiet?
The Coutts Bank letter in April 1994 was the breaking point. The bank demanded £500,000 within 14 days. Fergie didn't have it. She went to the Queen. Queen Elizabeth paid the debt, but the palace issued a statement afterward making it clear that this was the last time. The statement said Fergie's finances were matters which the Duchess of York must discuss and resolve with her bankers and other financial advisors. Translation: you're on your own now.
To do more. I want to use my life. I want to, especially now I've changed this course of health and wellness and getting creative and really using it the right way. It's pretty exciting. So I don't think I would have ever gone to live in Gloucestershire with 2 black Labradors, no. That's not.
Fergie and Andrew officially divorced in May 1996. The divorce settlement gave Fergie roughly £2 million. It sounds like a lot, but for someone who spent money the way Fergie did, it wasn't nearly enough. She also reportedly owed £1.6 million in back taxes. The money was gone almost immediately. After the divorce, Fergie moved to New York and tried to rebuild her career. She wrote children's books about a character called Budgie the Little Helicopter. The books were successful. They turned into a TV series with merchandising deals. She reportedly earned $4 million from Budgie in the late 90s and early 2000s. She also signed a deal with Weight Watchers worth £500,000 and became their spokesperson. For a few years, it looked like Fergie was finally getting her finances under control.
To meet you too.
You're looking very regal up there.
Am I? That's very nice of you.
You're feeling regal up there.
I'm just Sarah up here.
But then came the business ventures. In 2009, Fergie admitted to Hello magazine that she was £630,000 in debt after her American lifestyle company, Hartmore, collapsed. She'd invested all her earnings from producing the film The Young Victoria and from her book series into Hartmore. The company was supposed to manage her career in publishing, public speaking, and media work. Instead, it folded with over $1 million in debt. Then came the scandal that almost destroyed her.
Every day somebody writes absolutely diabolical things about me, but I know that's not me.
In May 2010, the News of the World tabloid ran a sting operation. An undercover reporter posed as an Indian businessman. He told Fergie he wanted access to Prince Andrew for business purposes. Fergie agreed. On camera, she said, £500,000 when you can. To me, open doors. She also said, look after me and he'll look after you. You'll get it back tenfold. The reporter handed her $40,000 in cash as a down payment. The video shows the cash sitting on a table in front of her. She walked out of the hotel room with the money in a computer bag. She also demanded a 1% commission on any deal that came from the meeting. The video was published, and the scandal exploded. Fergie released a statement saying she was devastated and that Andrew had no knowledge of the meeting. But the damage was done. She was humiliated. The royal family was furious.
With this guy apparently sucking her toes. I mean, he claims, as if it makes any difference, he was kissing her toes. Anyway, unbeknown to Sarah, the newspapers had got photos. Paparazzi had taken these pictures, the newspapers got them.
These are the pictures that the Queen and her son, the Duke of York, will have seen at the breakfast table at Balmoral this morning.
A year later, in 2011, Fergie appeared on Australia's 60 Minutes to promote her memoir, Finding Sarah. The interviewer asked her about the cash for access scandal. He asked if she took the $40,000. Fergie snapped, "Don't try and trick me now." She said, "I'm not going to play this game. Delete that bit." She turned to her agent off camera and said she didn't want to continue with that line of questioning. The interview became so tense that she briefly walked out. She eventually came back and finished the interview, but it was a disaster. The financial problems didn't stop. In 2014, Fergie and Andrew bought a ski chalet in Verbier, Switzerland, for £13.25 million. They took out a mortgage and were supposed to pay the remaining £5 million in cash installments by the end of 2019. They didn't. Interest increased the debt to £6.8 million. The seller took them to court. Reports said the Queen would help them settle the debt. A spokesperson for Andrew confirmed she would not. In 2021, Fergie and Andrew finally reached a settlement. The seller agreed to accept £3.4 million, half of what she was owed, because she thought they were dealing with financial troubles. Then in 2022, Fergie bought a £5 million townhouse in London. The seller was furious. She'd accepted less money because she believed they were broke. Clearly, they weren't. In 2025, Fergie sold that same townhouse for £3.85 million. She lost £400,000 on the sale in just 3 years. Throughout all of this, Fergie has lived with Andrew at Royal Lodge since 2008. They've been divorced since 1996, but they live together. She doesn't pay rent. Andrew doesn't pay rent either. They've been living in a 30-room mansion on the Windsor estate for free for over 15 years. So where does Fergie's money come from now? Nobody knows for sure. She's written books. She's done speaking engagements. She's worked with charities, but her income has never matched her spending. The Queen bailed her out in 1994. Friends have loaned her money over the years. Some of them never got paid back. One friend reportedly lent her £100,000 for a holiday in the south of France. Fergie paid back £5,000 and claimed the rest was a gift. As of December 2025, Fergie is facing another upheaval. King Charles has ordered Andrew to leave Royal Lodge. Fergie has been told she needs to find her own accommodations. She's reportedly looking for a new place to live in the Windsor area, but given her financial history, it's unclear how she'll afford it. Fergie has spent decades losing millions, being bailed out, and somehow landing on her feet. Whether that luck will continue is anyone's guess. If you loved this wild deep dive into Fergie's financial disasters, smash the like button and subscribe to Crown Chaos for more shocking royal stories. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos, and drop a comment below. Do you think Fergie deserves sympathy or criticism for her money troubles? Let us know what you think.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you just met an ordinary guy who wasn't a royal and wasn't famous, and you could have had just a very nice, anonymous life?
You know, Dr. Phil said, "Sarah, why don't you go and live in Australia with your sister and go quiet?" I said, "Oh no, I don't think I can manage that." I don't think I'm that sort of person. I think I'm always wanting to do more. I want to use my life. I want to especially now I've changed this course of health and wellness and getting creative and really using it the right way, it's pretty exciting. So I don't think I would have ever gone to live in Gloucestershire with 2 black Labradors, no. That's not,